Hello, I'm Sister Rose Picotti here in Los Angeles to talk about what else? Movies in theaters this week. And my three films share a common theme once again. And this time it's about politics, political power, and government for the good of the people, one would hope. Now my first film is this really intriguing film called Detective Dee and the Mystery of the Phantom Flame. It's from China, it has English subtitles, and it's really this high energy martial arts old-time mystery with lots of special effects. Now it's based on a series of Dutch novels written in the 20th century based on a character and a story from 18th century China. And it's about the one and only empress that ever ruled a dynasty in China, and that was back in the 7th century. Now here, Detective Dee, he's been in prison because he's such a rebel. He doesn't like the way the government's been going, and so he spends 8 years in jail. But she lets him out because he's a good detective, or a judge, as they called them in the political or the way things were set up in those days. And he has to figure out who's trying to sabotage her coronation. Now, there's a lot of good morality and a lot of heart in this. It even reminds me a little bit of a comic book or maybe a video game. But that doesn't matter. It's a good, solid story, and it's good entertainment. I think you might enjoy it. Now, Contagion is a medical thriller, and it's about how bugs are passed from person to person in this one particular pandemic that starts from a bat disease and a pig disease getting together in China and then getting passed from one person to the other. So we find out how that happens. But in the mix of all this is, what does government do? What are these multinational huge pharmaceutical companies do that want the profit? What do normal people do when they get scared and they're in the midst of chaos? What all happens when this goes on? Now, I don't know where this ends up as a story, but it's a pretty neat examination of how the situation in our world works today because of capitalism, because of greed, and also freedom of the press. What is freedom of the press? Does blogging even count? Very interesting story, and I think you'll enjoy it because it's a little different. It's by Steven Soderbergh with his best friend Matt Damon as the lead actor, the ordinary guy. It's a good, solid movie, but you'll have to decide what you think it means. Now, my last film, I've saved the best for last, I think. It's Disney's re-release of The Lion King, only in 3D. Now, some people have said this is a money grab by Disney. I disagree, because I went to the press day that they had, and this man who has developed this process for creating 3D out of original digital images, and they did it in a way that maintained a comfort zone between the viewer and the film. Because I don't know about you, but 3D annoys me most of the time. But here we have this beautiful film, and I think it still means something today. Why? Because it's about mercy over vengeance. You know, we just don't hear enough about the quality of mercy. So for this new generation of young people who've never seen The Lion King, or for those of us who see it as a classic and a treasure, yeah, I think it's a good choice if you're going to go to the movies this weekend. I hope you will, and I hope you'll join me next time when we look for seeds of the gospel in today's movies. If you'd like longer reviews of The Lion King and Contagion, please visit AmericanCatholic.org or on faithandmedia.org. Thank you, and may God bless you.